Let me keep it going.
Good evening, Pastor K.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Good evening, Pastor K and Pastor Mildred.
Hi.
Good evening, Pastor K and Pastor Mildred. Good evening, Pastor K and Pastor Mildred. Good evening, Pastor K and Pastor
Good
Mildred.
evening, Pastor K and Pastor Mildred.
Good evening, Pastor K, Pastor Mildred.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening, Pastor K and Pastor Mildred.
Good evening, Pastor
Hi
K and Pastor
everyone.
Mildred.
Hi. Well, if you can tell us where you are, please tell me you heard everything I said because I just noticed that they wanted me to unmute myself. So if you can just let us know where you're joining from before we start, that would be really lovely. Would like to know where everyone is joining from. Like I said, something is happening. Something is happening this season.
Gideon from Ghana, I see you.
Nigeria, Ghana, Sheffield, UK, wow, Ireland. Yes, from all over the world. It's amazing about Zimbabwe, Zambia, Northern Ireland, Canada. Wow. It's literally from everywhere in the world. Fantastic. Brussels, beautiful. Germany. Oh, lovely. This is so good. This is so good. Thailand. This proves to me, like I said, that God is really up to something. We really truly have to change the narrative. Marriage, Italy, beautiful. Marriage is good. Republic of Benin. Yeah. Marriage is good. And if you guys still want to go ahead with it, we're excited you are here today, which shows me that you're being very intentional about the success of your marriage. Great. England, yes. I just want to give, wow.
Zimbabwe.
Scotland, this is
Who's
beautiful.
in Thailand? Hope you're coming for our wedding, for our renewal. That's in Thailand.
Poland. Lovely. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So like I was saying, there's so much damage happening to marriages today, and it's almost making it seem as if marriages are not meant to work. It's become a bit much. Everywhere I turn, there's someone complaining about, oh, how marriage is a scam, how marriage is not meant to work, how marriage cannot work, how people are seeing divorces everywhere. In fact, when I was much younger, it was truly hard to find anyone who was from a broken home.
Yeah.
But now everywhere you turn,
Yeah,
you
almost
find that
everybody did this.
people are from homes that are, even if they're not broken in terms of everybody has gone their way, sometimes the toxicity in the home, you can tell the home is, they're just holding it together, but it's already broken. And I'm believing God that because you are here today, you will not be one of the statistics. They say they can't hear me. How is that possible? How is that possible? Please let me know. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can. So if you can't hear me, please check your own device, because thank you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. So we have a few things to talk about today. A few things that we want to talk to you guys about since you have signed up as people who are intending to get married. A lot of people have said they are not going to get married because of all they are seeing and all that is happening around them. But you are still the brave ones. You know, the Bible says that if you have the marriage requires a certain grace and aptitude, and if you're up to it, then please, by all means, get married. But that means that you will have to do it right. So if you have made up your mind to get married, then we're saying to you, please also make up your mind to be intentional about things that make marriage work. A lot of people just assume that because we say we love each other and because we do a big wedding, we do all of those, it means that marriage will work, or we've known each other since we were kids, our families, they're friends, our parents are friends. That's not what will make your marriage work, okay? But the fact that you're here today, we want to share a few things with you. Like I said before, I believe, and this is me speaking prophetically, I believe that God is raising an army of marriages that will change the narrative. The next generation will have hope because your marriage will be so beautiful and so enjoyable that they would want to be married. But there are certain things that you must do. Now, I want to bring to your attention something that we found out recently. I recently started a mentoring program for wives called Wife 101. And along the line, because I did the first weekend, we did a event, what I call Event Friday. So the ladies were able to share with us what they felt were problems in their marriage. And they talked about a lot of things. And to be honest, I felt like most of those things were things that should have been addressed in premarital counseling. Right? So they'll say, oh, my husband spends money like this. And I'm like, how are you not aware of that and you married someone? Or my husband's financial habits, how are you aware? How are you were not aware? Oh, my husband's fight style is so and so. When he's angry, he keeps smiling. When I'm like, how were you not aware of these things? Some of the questions even asked, I'm like, these are things that should have been addressed when you were in counseling. And so I decided to do a poll to find out how many people did premarital classes, and I found out that not a lot of them. And statistics have shown that if you do premarital counseling, you are 30% less likely to divorce. Can you imagine? If you actually took the time to go through premarital counseling, research from the Journal of Family Psychology shows that you are 30% likely to divorce. I found that very interesting. And I found out that it's real because, like I said, I did the research with the wives in Wife 101. Now, something else that I find fascinating, we have a unit in our Love This in Our Marriage ministry, which is the counseling arm of our Love This in Our Marriage unit, so the counseling unit. I found out that we have a particular unit called Marriage in Crisis. So that unit handles marriage in crisis. So whether there's been infidelity, whether there's been financial betrayal, whatever it is, your marriage is about to scatter. That's the unit that handles it. And 99% without fail, 99.9% of the time, we found out that the people that end up there did not do any premarital counseling. What they will say to you is, oh, somebody spoke to us. Oh, our pastor just had a small talk with us. Or I went to my uncle just told us some things. They didn't sit down and give themselves the time needed to talk about many things because there are so many things to talk about in marriage. The truth is, when you do premarital counseling, it brings your attention to certain things that you probably would never even think about. Things that you will gloss over because, oh, we love each other. Loving each other does not change your personality, does not change how to handle your personality. Loving each other is not enough if you don't have the right communication skills. If you don't know how to talk to each other, you don't know how to have the right conversation. And when there's a conflict, because the truth is, in marriage, there will be conflict. You will argue. I'm going to tell you, because first of all, you were raised by different parents. Your personalities usually are different because different personalities will attract each other. So for instance, I'm very introverted. Pascal is very extroverted. I like to do my things in a certain way. I like to plan everything out, do analysis to see whether this will work, whether it won't work. I have to have a backup. I can never do anything without having a plan A, B, C. I must have a plan. Pascal is spontaneous and he will not think the process through. He will just decide, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Maybe he does take his time to think it through, but he will just say, this is what we're going to do. And just that's where it ends. But you see, that can cause conflict if I don't understand that this is how my partner is. Now, premarital counseling will teach you, help you, because you will see and understand each other's personalities. You will understand what it means to map your partner's personality and know how to work around it. You will also understand that you have to have a family financial plan. You have to work as a team. You have to have a plan to grow wealth together. One person can't run and the other person is left behind. You have to grow together. If not, you will outgrow each other. And premarital classes will give you a strong foundation for your relationship. Even if things come at it, if the foundation is strong, you will still stand. So there's so many benefits. In fact, apart from learning about each other's personalities, you also learn your fight styles, how to resolve conflict and how not to. Because it's one thing to know how to, it's another thing to know how not to. And these are things that conversations you have. Now, I think that the best time to prepare for war is in the day of peace. So now that our eyes are still starry and we are still loving each other, everybody's loving Dovey, and nobody's feeling attacked. We feel like we're a team, we love each other, we can take down the world, just me and you, right? And that's the time to prepare for any possibilities that can happen in the marriage. And like I said, because you would have been prepared, you have a 30%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but 30%, trust me, is a lot. 30% chance of not ending up in divorce.
Yeah, so like PM said, it's amazing how many people do not do premarital. I'm still shocked, really, whenever I run into people that don't do, which is most people. I don't know why people still don't understand, how that it doesn't make sense not to do premarital counseling. It just makes no sense. So the statistics are clear, and for us that do a lot of counseling, we found out that most crisis marriages did not do, proper premarital counseling. And sometimes I'm a pastor. I do not blame churches. Some churches do not major on it. Maybe the people that are handling it are not very skilled. I've heard some kind of weird counseling sometimes from churches as well. So this is where people like us come in, because this is our major area, and we're well trained, well versed in it, and we feel we can really, really, we're bothered by the amount of bad marriages we see. It's really bothering, so we want to do that. We want to provide proper premarital counseling, for couples that are getting into marriage. All right. There's a video I will most likely release on my page of my Instagram this week. There's a popular divorce lawyer in America that did a video and said that the chances of, divorce, it was comparing it to the chances of dying, by skydiving. It was comparing it to the chances of dying by skydiving. And he said, the chance of having a failed marriage is over 50%, but the chances of having an accident in skydiving is 0.00001 or something like that. That was, that just struck me that really, that, the chances of failing in marriage is way higher, 50 something percent. I don't know how many people they will tell that if you enter this plane, there's is 55% chance it will crash, that will enter. Most people will not enter. And he said, compare that to the chance of having an accident in skydiving. Skydiving, that's the one that they take you on the plane and you jump out with someone, on the plane, and later they drop you with parachute. It's crazy stuff. They said the chances of dying in that one, having an accident, is 0.00001 or something like that. And when he said that, me being the kind of curious person I was, I quickly did a short documentary, not a professional one. I went to a skydiving place, you know. I went to a skydiving place. I went to interview them. So I had to talk to the engineers, talk to the mechanics that repaired the plane, talk to the flight instructors, and talk to a lot of people that also came to do skydiving, you know. And other people asked that, what do you think? Is it easier to do skydiving or to get married? Everybody I interviewed said it's easier to do skydiving, that they are more afraid of getting married. And I was just shocked. Everybody I was asking. It was like, oh, marriage. Even the mechanic that fixes the plane for the skydiving said, oh, he would rather do skydiving. You know, and I was thinking, why? Why? And that's part of what the video, you're going to get the footage in the video. But so I now told them, I said, the reason why you guys are comfortable doing skydiving, the reason why you guys, or the rate of accident in skydiving is so low, the reason is very simple. Nobody does skydiving without counseling and instructors and mentors. Nobody does it. I've never seen anybody that goes to where they do skydiving. Nobody has given him instruction. Nobody has talked to him. He just carry parachute and they take him up and he jumps. Never. Because everybody has enough sense to know that this thing I'm about to do is life altering, to change my life forever. And I follow the process the way they do it. They first give you, an instructor first talks to you. When you guys are on the ground, you see, talks to you. Then they wear gear, protective gear for you, your parachute and all that. All right. Then after that, please reach our team if somebody's saying they're still finding it hard to join. So please reach the numbers. They have numbers, they have email, but it's always on your email. So just send them the link. They can join the YouTube version if the Zoom is full. All right. And hopefully they can watch a replay for any reason they missed this. All right. So number one, the guy, I saw that they give the people instruction. So they'll gather you guys, give you instructions. You know, number two, they had pictures of how the things will look. Number three, you know, they wear you protective gear. Number four,
Oh,
yes,
the person that can't join, please let them know that it's streaming on LDM with PK on YouTube.
LDM with PK on YouTube.
Okay.
So this thing is just putting it on this comment section
So
so that
just
people will
go
be seeing it.
to, please, can someone put up the link there so that they can just click it?
Members of the team, so be posting these things
Please
here
post it in the chat room so people can just click
so that
from
people
there.
can see. Yes, I can see this. Somebody has even posted it. Thank you,
Mhm.
Precious. Thank you, Precious. People are posting famous. Thank you. Yes, people are posting. So just the lady that this fiance, or I don't know if it's a guy, can't
Just
join.
continue what you're doing.
Yes. Okay. So I began to notice that they'll give you instructions, give you protective gear. Then aside that, and then they will walk with you. So I noticed that even when you're walking to the plane, now you're an adult, you can walk to the plane. Even when you're walking to the plane, they don't let you walk to the plane alone. Somebody's going to hold your hand when you're walking to the plane. Then when you get into the plane, when it's time to jump out, you know, somebody jumps with you and stays with you. So you don't jump alone. Somebody jumps with you. Some of you have done, maybe some of you have done skydiving. Somebody jumps with you, you know, and then controls the parachute. So, of course, the chances of failure is 0 to none. 0 to none, very slim, because of all the things that are put in place to make it succeed. So there is no surprise why divorce rate is high, accident rate with skydiving is low, because they have support. And that's what we want to provide, you know, by this program we're about to launch. That's what we want to provide. Do you want to say something?
No, if you're done, I would. But if you
Yes,
are
sir.
so I wanted to say that we're not just interested in you getting married. We're interested in you having a good marriage. I don't just want people, one of the things I've also found out in a lot of marriages is people stay together. I want you to be happy together. That's the whole point. Why would you be you're going to do something for your life, then it's not going to be enjoyable. There's no point, to be honest. So for us, it's not just about having a marriage. It's about preparing you for a marriage that both of you can enjoy, both of you can benefit from, both of you can enjoy. That's the whole idea. And there's so many things you can learn, so many things. And the last couple of months, people, I mean, it has been going on for years, but even more so in the last couple of months, people have been sending messages to say, Pastor K and Pastor M, can you counsel us? Pastor K and Pastor M, can you counsel us? Pastor K and at some point I was like, it's not possible. It's not something that we can do. But I thought about it and decided there may be a way around this thing. And let me tell you what this would mean for you, right? If we're counseling you, this is what Love, Dating, and Marriage does as a ministry, what we do in counseling, what you expect. Because I find a lot of people go to counseling and at the end of the day, they don't even know anything. So it's not even just about this is what you should do. No, that's not what this is about. We will help you to understand each other and help you to understand marriage and then help you to know whether you should be together. Because for me, counseling does not mean that we must end up at the altar. Counseling can be, now you both understand each other, you know what's best for each other. Yeah, shake hands. It was nice knowing you. Go your way and pray, and we'll all be happy. But I hope and I pray that, it will not be like that. People will make it to the altar. But there's so many things. First of all, one of the things we do is we make sure we do psychoanalysis tests so that you can understand your personality, you can understand your love language. So you do a love language test, you do an apology test. Because you have to understand, when I even offend my partner, how do I say I'm sorry? Because you can be saying I'm sorry. It's the little things. That's why the Bible says that it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. It's the little, it's not big things that destroy marriage. No, 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 no. Sometimes it's not even what has been done, is how you reacted to what was done that destroys marriage. So I've offended you. It is that I didn't know how to say I'm sorry properly. And those are the things that now start to, grow those kind of seeds. So of course, we will do all those kind of tests. And if you even want a more detailed report and analysis for both of you, we can also make that happen. Okay. Another thing that we'll also do is we'll make you understand what your roles and needs are in marriage, because I help you prepare for the evolving, because they do evolve. It's not always, and because every marriage is different. What we're trying to equip you to do is understand these things so that you can work it out, have a plan for your own marriage. It's not a one size fits all. The principles are the same, but applying those principles, you will need to know how to interpret them so you can apply them to your own personal situation. Okay? So we will discuss your roles and needs. We'll also discuss God's idea when He created marriage. Because if you don't know the purpose of a thing, then abuse is inevitable. So we'll have to discuss what the purposes are. And if two of you together cannot achieve these purposes, what's the point? Why are we together? Two cannot work together except they be agreed. So these are some of the things that it's not emotional. It's not just I love him, I feel. No, there are some other practical things that we will discuss in sessions with you. Okay. Another thing which is major in marriage is money. You have to have a clear financial plan. Both of you have to decide we're going to build wealth. Well, if you don't want to build wealth together, but we will equip you. You can decide not want to be poor. What do you mean by that? It's fine, but we will equip you. Okay, we're going to have those kind of sessions because I need you to understand that money makes marriage work. Love does not pay school fees. Love does not pay insurance. Love does not pay health insurance. Love does not pay for house. It does not pay mortgage. It does not pay school fees. So you need to be prepared, and you have to work together as a team. One of the things that destroys marriage a lot is money. We also have to discuss sex in marriage. And we're bringing a trained and certified sexologist. That's how we do our counseling sessions. They come on board and she comes on board and she equips you. So you have all your questions answered. If you are both virgins, which I believe you should be, but if you're not, we will still train you the correct way, because we need to remove some of those things, all those films, all those things you watch. It's not going to help you marriage. So we need to restructure, help you renew your mind, help you answer questions. We also need to deal with certain things that are deal breakers. So what are the things that you think you cannot handle in marriage? What if your partner does not have children? What do you do? What if there's delay in childbirth? What do you do? What if there's conflict with in-laws? What do you do? What if there's a challenge in the office and one person loses their job? What do you do? These are things that we also need to talk about. These are things that we need to educate you in. So you have to learn to speak each other's love languages perfectly. It's not negotiable in marriage. Let me just tell you. Because the way a person constantly feels loved, or the way a person, and there's one of the ways I share this with people is I remember when I had my son. Yes, my son. I had my son. I was in Houston. I came to have my baby. And Pastor K came, dropped me, Davida, Hadassah, My mom was around, even I think my sister was around, and he had just bought a car and he came very excited. He was leaving the next day. He left early in the morning and came back with the car very excited. And I was like, I don't. He was like, oh, come outside, bought car for me. I was very happy. I went outside, I saw it. I said, thank you. I turned back. He was confused. I just bought you a brand new car and you just said thank you and turn back. You won't drive it. I said, okay. I entered, pushed the steering back. My thumb was very big. Entered, drove it around. Yes, I came back, parked it. He said, I don't understand. So at that time, in his mind, because he's an acts of service kind of guy, so he was trying to solve a problem for me. But for me, because for me, what my love language, especially at that time, what it was quality time. I needed him to be with me. So he was doing everything. That's why you find couples say, after everything I did, you did everything, but it wasn't the right thing you did. So you have to understand each other, understand that even these love languages, they change per time. Sometimes a woman that didn't send, when she has babies and everything, she now wants words of affirmation because she's not feeling herself. All those things, we need to learn how to pay attention. The key form, the master one, that conflict resolution. Because conflict will arise. So those are things. And communication, how to talk to each other, how to pass information out. Another thing that will happen if you do marriage counseling with us is that we'll help you, give you a wedding checklist. Because sometimes couples are so overwhelmed. We'll give you a wedding checklist. And as time goes on, especially for those who sign up, there are some exclusive interviews with wedding planners that we'll also make available to you. So for us, it's usually a 10 to 12 week program, right? And usually counseling with us as LDM usually would be at $750. But because we had everybody, and that's a one-to-one, but because we had everybody,
But that's not us.
decided, no, that's not us. That's our counsel. That's what I said, we love dating and marriage, not us. We love dating and marriage, $750. Now, because we had everybody saying, oh, we need, we decided we can do group counseling. So this is what we intended to do. We intended to bring this down to twice a year, okay? Twice a year, we will run group counseling programs, right? For everyone who is getting married within that year. We'll run it twice a year. What we'll also do for you, apart from like all the things I said we'll do, what we'll also do for you is that we're going to give you marriage mentors. What that means is we will have weekly exercises. There will be times when they will pray with you. They will work with you on the journey. If you have questions, you can ask them. You'll be put into smaller groups, okay? Where you can have access to someone who is considered a marriage mentor. All these things that we have said now, all these things, and Pastor K and I getting involved. The good thing is that we've been able to slash it down to $250. However, people know Pastor K. If you sign up within the next 48 hours, it will further slash to $200. Now, this is up to you. You can either decide, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do an LDM, do a private one, and that's still fine. The LDM will give you access to that. But for those who don't mind being in a group and doing this together, and if you can sign up within the next 48 hours, you can get it for $200. Listen to me. For me, if you are intending, and I'll say it again, if you are intending to get married, you have to be intentional about your marriage. You have to learn. You have to learn. There's no way around marriage if you don't learn. You have to learn. You have to. In fact, these are just a few things that I talked about, but there are so many, many, many other things that we'll talk about childbirth. We'll talk about pregnancy. So many other things. I don't even want to start dragging on, but we don't want you to walk into marriage and wonder, what am I supposed to do here? No. We need you to be equipped, because that's what's destroying marriage. People get into marriage and they are surprised. Somebody actually said to me that she didn't know. No, it's not for each person. You see, that's the thing. It's per couple. $200 for couple. I'm sure some of you can't believe it.
Yes.
$200, not for
But
person. It's couple.
if you registered for 8 hours,
If you register for 8 hours, if not, you still get it at $250 for two of you for 10 to 12 weeks. Do you know what that means? So we're invested in you getting it right. So for me, this is a no-brainer, to be honest. And the reason why we said this is because we really, really want you guys to get the help that you need. I do not want another marriage, another Christian marriage to break up. I'm hearing too many of these things and begin to break my heart. I really think that Christians are the ones that actually their marriage should work. Okay. Somebody say, in case I find a girl next year to marry. I thought this was intentional. It was. I thought you already had someone to marry. I thought you already had someone to marry.
All right. Somebody's saying
Yes, so we can answer a few questions.
but
Okay,
we'll
so
still
she said,
share. We'll
yes,
still
so
share.
Pascal will still share a bit, but we can answer a few questions at the end. So team, if you can take, just get the attention.
Yeah, people are asking where they can register. So
The link will be put up, but the link will be put up for you to register. The link will be put up. There's a QR code that I believe they'll put up the pictures
yeah,
so that you can.
please put it up so that people can start signing up now. The meeting is virtual, of course. It's not because for people all over the world, so it's virtual.
Somebody said she's in wife 101. What they will receive is worth more than the 250. My wife 101 woman knew. We even down to parenting. There's not you. Let me leave it. You don't even know
So
what
somebody's
we're
asking
getting.
that do we do counseling for somebody that is divorced and wants to marry? Yes, we actually do have a divorce counselor, so that person covers that aspect.
Yes.
So if you are divorced or want to marry a divorcee or anything or you're considering divorce, we have a divorce expert that will do that. So just reach the team and specify what you want.
Oh, Emmanuel said he had somebody when he signed up, but not anymore.
Yeah.
But that's
So
not a
let
bad
me.
thing.
So
Oh.
that's
Not
even
a
good.
bad
That's
thing.
even good. Let me go into part of what we'll share. Somebody's saying, is it installment? It's full payment. Or
When are we starting?
we're starting in first week in July.
Yes. So somebody says if your marriage is in 10 weeks, yes. So we're starting in July, so it can work for you.
So anytime itself your wedding
Yes,
is,
starting in
you
July.
can join in and
But for somebody who start, they want to know whether it's between the same weeks. But the truth of the matter is that even if you have gotten married, that first couple of months, first 6 months,
yes,
you still need that premarital. In fact, that's the time it will
Yes.
make sense to you.
Yes, I put in the caption that even people that just got married and have not done proper counseling, you can't miss out. You can't lose by investing in yourself. Somebody say, how much is the private one? The private one is $750, but that is not Pastor
No,
Mildred
that's
and I.
not us.
That's our team. It's also solid. It's also good.
Yo, definitely.
But it's not me and PM.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're doing private, it's our team will do it, and they are solid because they are
Yes.
still going to be part of what we're
Yes,
doing.
they're still part of
They're
it
solid.
too.
Just that this one that is group, me and Pastor Mildred and I are going to be your teachers in the class as well. So that is the difference. Okay, I hope people are getting the gist of it. So let's share a bit today, part of what we want to share. But please put up what we need to register so that they can start registering. All right. So I did a tweet today. I just want to build from there because there are symptoms and signs of successful relationships. All right. There are symptoms and signs of successful relationships. So for those of us that are experts and have a trained eye, we can usually tell relationships that will work and those that won't work. We usually can tell. We can tell. So I did a tweet today. I want to take from, the wisdom we can learn from the courtship of Mary and Joseph in the Bible. The wisdom we can get from the courtship of Mary and Joseph, in the Bible. First thing first, you notice that they had a courtship. So the first thing I want to point out is that they did not have a do or die approach. Pastor Mildred mentioned that. All right. If you notice in Matthew chapter 1, I think from verse 19 or thereabout, when Joseph found out, that when Joseph found out that Mary was pregnant, the Bible said he was planning to end the relationship. So the first thing you must come with when you're doing a relationship is that you must not have a do or die approach. All right. There's a time you should have a do or die approach. That's inside the marriage. But once you are not yet married, you need to, part of the signs that you are in a healthy place with your self-esteem, with your emotions, and with everything, is that you understand that if the relationship is not going to work, you can back out. All right, this is very important. We saw that in their relationship. When Joseph found out that Mary was pregnant, you know, say he was planning to break the relationship. So we always say that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. Okay, so you must never come with the mindset of, if you don't marry me, I will die. If we don't marry, we are finished. If I don't marry this woman, I'm dead. If I don't marry this man, I'm dead. You see, that is a wrong attitude. Once you have that kind of attitude that, oh, I must die, no, you are not, that is a sign you are entering the relationship for the wrong reason most times. You are trying to be overly dependent on another person. The way relationship works, the person, you depend a bit on the person, but the person has to also depend on you. But when it becomes, that means it must be mutual. So, but when it becomes, oh, if I don't marry this person, I'm going to die, you know, things like that, you know, and all that, then it becomes a challenge. Okay? It becomes a challenge. So, number one that we see from their marriage or their courtship was that it was not a do or die approach. Joseph was ready to break the relationship if it doesn't lead to marriage. Okay? That's number one. Second point we need to learn. Somebody's asking that if you have a personal question in the group counseling, you will have they would organize some opportunity for you to have question and answer. But if it's a personal question, you can schedule. You can schedule to talk to your marriage mentor one-on-one. So that's also an option that will be available. But the important thing now is to go and sign up. So second point, please, and while people are here, you can sign up, because I want to be seeing how many people have signed up, you know, as we go on. So second point that we discovered from this couple is that they had a proper recognized courtship. It wasn't a hidden thing. You see, marriage can't be done under the table. When I see people, if you're still in a hidden relationship, then it has a bad sign. It gives a bad vibes. If your relationship is hidden, it gives a bad vibe. Joseph and Mary were betrothed to get married. That means everybody knew. That's what the betrothal means. It was like a ceremony. So the parents knew. Authority figures in their life knew. All right. So if you are in a proper relationship, it must not be. There's a difference between it being secret and it being, you know, I've forgotten the word I want to use, but there's a big difference. So don't hide it. It mustn't be public to everybody, but it also can be hidden from everybody. Do you get what I'm saying? So the important people, yes, secret and private. Okay, yes, good. So thank you for reminding me. So it can be private, but not secret. It can be private because only important people can know, but it can be secret that nobody knows. Thank you. Some people just reminded me now. So it can be private, but not secret. That's very powerful. It can be private, but not secret. Important people knew. So yes, you don't have to put it on the newspaper or post everything about it, but important people, that power brokers in your life, you know, need to know. So that's another thing I picked from their story. Joseph and Mary, they were properly betrothed. People knew about it. Okay, so that's point number 2 that we'll take from today. For those still asking to register, please take note. This offer for $200 is just in the next 48 hours, actually. So after that, the price will go back to $250 and all that. If you want your own to be one-on-one private, there's $750, but that is not me. That's not Pastor Mildred and I. We will not even feature at all.
That's our team.
That's the normal one we do.
But
So
you get the best.
But it's the best. It's great.
See you.
It's also great. You can do that.
Amazing because it's personalized.
Yes. Some people.
It's very.
Yeah. Some people need that. Some people enjoy that. Need that kind of thing. So yes, we have a good team that will take you through on that. But this particular group one, just something we just wanted to do because we felt many people want us to personally mentor them, and we just don't have time. So we want to just do this for a group of people. So that's who this one is for. If this one doesn't fit your model, go for the private one.
Well, that private one is really beautiful because it will be you and just the counselor. Yes. That's very important. Don't just do this one is group. Everybody's in, we're teaching, but that one is one-on-one.
So all of them are fine. So
Yeah.
whichever works for you. Somebody said they're getting married in July. Can they join? Yes, you can join. Even if you're already married,
You
you
can
can join.
If you didn't do marriage
If you didn't,
counseling,
especially if you didn't do, even if you did and you didn't like what you did, because the truth is that I've learned over the years, every doctor is not a doctor. It's not the same. One doctor can operate you, you die, another operates you, you live. So so they are not the same. All right. So some people are asking if you're single. If you're single, it's not something you should bother with for now. There are events and things for single people. This one you actually need to do with your partner. So it's something you have to do with your partner. It's an interactive class. Okay. So let's go to the third thing that we learned from Mary and Joseph. Another thing we learned from them was that they kept it pure sexually. They kept it pure sexually. All right. So we saw that when Mary was pregnant, there was no discussion of, hope you didn't use protection. I thought you were going to pull out. I thought you were going to take after the pill drug. All this, they were not confused. They both knew that it could not have been them. All right. So they kept it pure sexually. We have what we call the undue influences. There are things that once it is introduced to the dynamics of a relationship before time, it has a negative effect. Having, sex before marriage can't have any positives to your relationship. It demotivates, especially the man, demotivates him. It also makes the woman also compromise because she's feeling I've given my best. I must make sure this works. So there are many dynamics it affects by the time you've given out one of the most important things. It's like somebody registers for medical school and the first day of matriculation you give him his doctor's certificate. I can go and practice medicine, but I should come for lectures when he can, and should come make sure he does the exam. What are the chances this person will come for lectures? What are the chances he will improve? He has already graduated, he has already succeeded. So it's important that you keep it clean. All right, you keep it clean. So somebody said is the one in July. The whole course is 10 weeks, all right? Starting in July for 10 weeks. So next point. Yes. No, it's good. No, keep it. It's good. So next point we learned from them in their courtship was that they both had an active relationship with God. They both had an active relationship with God. This was powerful. What I saw in the both of them was that they both had God. Mary had an encounter with God about what was happening. Joseph also had his own encounter. So it wasn't that Mary was marrying Joseph because God spoke to Joseph. There are many people like that. Why are you marrying this person? God told him I'm his wife. What did God tell you? What did God tell you? You see, your conviction is what will keep you in the day of affliction. Okay? Your conviction is what will sustain you in the day of affliction, the day of challenge, the day of doubt. Is your own conviction. Another person's conviction cannot keep you. Another person's conviction cannot keep you. You need to know, because there will be days of challenges. There will be days when your parents does not agree. There will be days when your family does not agree. There will be days when people are having a serious quarrel. What is your own conviction? You cannot ride on another person's conviction. They both had an active relationship with God. There's nothing as powerful as that. Both of them knew God had told them. Part of the things that helped in our own relationship, Pastor Mildred had God. She didn't find me attractive. Can you imagine? I still wonder how. Maybe she wasn't wearing her glasses that time. She didn't find me attractive, but God spoke to her. God had to save her life. God spoke to her. So she had a conviction. So it was very easy. All right. So that's how these things work. They both knew, heard from God individually. Joseph heard from God, and Joseph heard from God. What number is that, guys? What number is that? Let me see if people are listening. Oh. That's number 4. Good. That's number 4. All right. So next point. They were both really God-fearing people. That means they were both obedient to the word of God. When we say people are God-fearing, some people think it means somebody that's afraid of God. No, God-fearing doesn't mean we're afraid of God. God doesn't like us to be afraid of him. No. All right. When you hear that phrase, God-fearing, it's not talking about phobia. Phobia is demonic. The Bible says God has not given us the spirit of fear. Phobia is demonic. The Bible says fear has torment. So God hates fear. God does not use fear. It's like using snake to teach your children to stay inside the house. All right, you now bring snake to bite them. No, God does not do that. He does not use fear. When you see fear of God in Scripture, it's talking about respect and reverence for God. And the only way we can test real reverence for God is obedience. When you actually do what He says. When you actually do what He says. All right. So anybody can claim to be a Christian because you can be born into a Christian home. You can just give your life to Christ yesterday. Anybody can claim that. But the way you really test someone that is God-fearing is that they actually do. You can see that their actions, not just their words, their actions actually can show. That's why a real Christian can't say he doesn't know somebody's not a Christian. No, that means you are the one that is not even a Christian. If you're a real born-again Christian, it's in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes, you can tell if somebody is a Christian by what motivates them. When you ask them, why do you do what you do, you can see their motivation is because they want to obey God. So both of them obeyed God. God told Mary, you will keep this child, you will have this. God told Joseph, don't divorce your wife. They both obeyed God. They both obeyed God. I saw that there. I was so touched. Both of them were obedient people. So it's talking about reverence, a respect. So let me give you a practical example or difference between fear and reverence. Fear is like when they've told you you must wear your seatbelt, and you don't want to wear your seatbelt. You don't even wear your seatbelt. But when you see the police or see last month if you're in Africa or Nigeria, you wear your seatbelt. At that stage, if you are still obeying because of fear, that means the day the police is not there, you will not wear seatbelt. So you don't have reference. Now, the difference between that kind of obedience and the one that you two want to do is when doctors have told you you're going to die in a week's time if you don't take these drugs. So you see yourself, you are the one now doing your best to take the drugs without anybody monitoring you, because now you have respect for the opinion of that doctor. You have respect because the person has told you that this is what's going to happen if you don't obey. So now you have reverence, you have respect for that instruction. So even without being monitored, you are even the one chasing the opportunity to do. All right. So both of them were obedient. They were real God-fearing people. All right. Number five. Or number six. I don't know which one is six. Okay, sorry, six. Number six. I like this one. They both cared for each other. They really cared for each other. This one touched me also. All right. If the scripture references, we'll post it in the group just for those that want it. And if you go to my Instagram or Twitter, it's posted there with the scripture references. Okay. Matthew 1:19, you also see that they both really genuinely cared for each other. Do you know people can be getting married for different reasons? It's not everybody that is trying to get married to you that cares for you. Some people want to get married because they want kids. Some people want to get married because time is going. Some people want to get married because their cousins are married. In fact, I wrote a whole book titled 25 Wrong Reasons People Enter Relationships. It's a book you should order to censor both yourself and the other person that wants to marry you. Their reason for marrying you you'll be so shocked. That has nothing to do with you. Their mother has pressured them. He's the only son. Their father has pressured her. All her younger sisters are married. So she doesn't even see you, or he doesn't see you. He doesn't like you. He just likes marriage, or he just likes sex, or he just likes kids, or he just like this. She just likes the status. She wants to change her name. All right. So it's possible for somebody to marry for a wrong reason altogether. That means they don't even see you, don't even exist in their reality. So, but what I noticed about Mary and Joseph was that they were not just marrying for marrying's sake or because time was going or fulfilling righteousness. They actually cared about each other. All right. Sorry, I've not been quoting the scripture. This one, you will find this one in Matthew 1:19, what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. I was just rushing, so I wasn't quoting them. I might go back and just mention them in passing. So this one, the scripture is Matthew 1:19. They are all in Matthew 1. You can find it easily. Matthew 1:19. It said, when Joseph heard about that she was pregnant, that he didn't want to publicly break the relationship. Because in those days, because you also publicly entered the relationship, you have to publicly come and announce that you're not doing anymore. And people will ask you why. And he will have to say, this useless girl went to get pregnant. Can you imagine? And he cared for her so much that he said he wanted to put her away privately. You can start the relationship publicly, but you break it privately. The guy was so nice. He said he didn't want, because he knew it will hurt her reputation. It will hurt her family's reputation. So he was a really caring man. He said he wanted to break up with her privately. Matthew 1:19. Watch out for the people that the slightest misunderstanding you people have, they start insulting your mother, insulting your father. The slightest misunderstanding, their WhatsApp status and Instagram story is full of insults and of different philosophical sayings that you know who they are talking to. Watch out for the person that the moment that you people have argument, they say, give me all the things I bought for you. Give me the phone I bought for you. Give me the book I bought, give me the watch I bought for you. They start collecting the things they bought for you back. Watch out for those people. They don't love you. They don't love you. Part of the ways you test love is how you treat the other person, even when you guys are having an issue. How you treat them when you guys are having misunderstanding. How you treat them when you guys are fighting is how you test real love. Joseph taught to break up with her privately so that it won't hurt her reputation, so that it won't hurt her status, so that it won't hurt her family's reputation. Very, 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 very powerful. All right, it's in Matthew 1:19. For those that are asking for the dark scriptures, they're all in Matthew 1 from around 8. Let me just mention it. Talking about the way we're obedient to the word of God, that's Matthew 1:21. Talking about let me just mention it for those that don't know. Talking about their relationship submitted to authority, that's Matthew 1:18. They were betrothed. Talking about they kept it pure from fornication, that's Matthew 1:18 and 25. Sorry, I'm being fast. They both cared for each other, Matthew 1:19. They both had active relationship with God. You see that in Matthew 1:20 to 22, and then Luke 1:28 to 35. Okay? We'll post these things in the group. This is part of what, apart from the premarital counseling, we're also going to provide you mentoring. So this is part of it. Okay? So we'll be mentoring you, but the counseling will be more in-depth and speak specifically to those getting married. Okay? That's why you must jump on it as soon as you can. All right? Register. I want to even see how many people have registered. I want my team to confirm. How many of you have registered already? Go register right now while we're here. I want to even mention how many people have signed up, you know, before I mention the last 2 points. You understand?
The people asking what day of the week.
It'll most likely be weekend, like Sunday evening like this. Most
Sunday
likely.
evening is the best.
Yes, most likely be Sunday evening like this. So, yeah. So next point. What's the next point? What's his next point? What's his next point? 7. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Number 7, they both saw their union as serving a higher purpose than just themselves. They both saw their union as something special. This is one secret many people don't know. Marriages don't work if you marry just to marry. It's the weakest reason to marry. The weakest reason to marry is just to marry. No, God never designed marriage like that. If you look at the purposes of marriage, and I've taught that many times, God gave Adam an assignment and he said, Adam, you need a helper. Do you see? So the marriage wasn't because Adam was lonely. It wasn't because Adam wanted to have sex. Adam didn't even pray for a wife. There was a mission he gave them that they were going to do together that was going to keep them together. So the attention of the marriage is not the woman. Sometimes we deceive women by their wedding. Oh, you do beautiful dress, everybody's dancing, spraying her. She thinks it's about her. No. Sometimes the man thinks it's about him, that she's going to come and serve or him $1. No. You know? There must be a higher purpose than both of you. So both of them understood that they were coming together to give birth to the Savior of the world. And God appeared to both of them and spoke to them to that light, that the child they're going to have is not a normal child. I need both of you to raise this child. So there was a higher purpose. So that helped them cope with each other. That helped them deal with the issues they were having. The issues of distrust that would have risen. How did you get pregnant? Blah, 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 blah. You wanted to do, no. You know, they now was able to ride above that. You see, human beings are the most united when they have a higher purpose. America forgets racism when they're at war. When they are at war, there's no Black Lives Matter, it's every life matter. Those of you that were in America in 9/11, you saw how Americans united. Once there's a bigger problem, we forget our small problems. It helps marriages a lot. Once there's a bigger purpose, forget our small problem. Nigeria is the most detribalized when we are playing football or playing World Cup. We don't care which tribe scores the goal. We don't care what party the person supports when they score the goal because we want to win Brazil. We are very united. When we have a bigger Arsenal fans they don't know who Igbo Arsenal fan is or Yoruba Arsenal fan is. They have a bigger goal. The moment you have a bigger goal, you forget the smaller things that divide you. Okay, so both of them understood they had a higher purpose for their calling than just love, romance. All right, and the last one I'll mention. There are many. The last one I'll mention is that they both understood the power of counseling and mentoring. You see this in Luke chapter 1, verse 39 to 46. Luke 1, 39 to 46. They understood the power of mentoring and counseling. The moment Mary heard God actually now physically got pregnant, she went to meet Elizabeth. Elizabeth and her husband were actually ministers of God. Elizabeth's husband, Zachariah is his name now. They were ministers of God, they were priests of God. So they were an older, more experienced, spiritual, godly, mature couple. Mary went to stay with them. And Elizabeth spoke into Mary's life. All right. So I think that is such a great thing. They understood the power of man. And that's why we're inviting you guys to join this cohort for the premarital counseling. All right, join it. Sign up for it. It's a good deal. It's a breakthrough deal actually, and these things don't happen all the time. So we just felt we could carve out some time this period to personally mentor and counsel couples getting married. All right, our schedule is crazy. If you follow us, you know how that works. So I don't know when we'll be able to do this again, but I think you should join for this year. It starts in July. So if you're getting married anytime in the next even 24 months, you can do your premarital counseling now. We'll get you off on the right track. So but even if you're already married or you are getting married even this July, you can join. So we're going to personally counsel and mentor you. There'll be questions, there'll be forms you fill, there'll be discussions that will help both of you, that you will have and help both of you know areas you need to work on. All right. So remember, if Pastor Mildred and I, we don't do personal counseling anymore. We just can't afford to spend time with one couple in counseling. It's just too much demand on our time. If our team members, who are also great people, all of them are supervised by us and mentored by us, and well qualified as well. If our team members do premarital counseling with you as a couple, it's $750, and that will be private, just you and them. All right, for like 10 weeks as well. So many people take that. That's also doable. We can do that. Now, but this option we're opening is people that really want Pastor Mildred and I,
And don't have 750.
even if they have 750,
Some
they
people
shouldn't be
don't
us.
have 750.
It
Some
shouldn't be
people
us.
don't have that.
Yeah, but if you want Pastor Mildred and I, because even if you have 750K, it's not dollars, not us that will do it. But this particular group one, Pastor Mildred and I are going to personally coach you and mentor you, and that is such a big deal. All right. So that's 250. That's really a miracle, really, compared to 750 for private. And if you're signing up today, it is $200. So go sign up. Let's see how many people have signed up. Okay, good. We've seen some people. Daniel have signed up. Thank you. John has signed up. Yohan Dave, excellence. Yes. Valentina have signed up. All right. Kene and Koso, God bless you guys for signing up for that. So sign up while I'm here. I want to even see. It will be Sunday evenings like this. Sunday after church. We'll just spend time with you guys. I will do that. So quickly, do it. Now, if you're single, I know some people that are single here and they jumped up. It's not for single people. This is for people that are in a relationship or dating or in courtship or engaged. It covers you, or just got married or about to get married. It will benefit you. Now, if you are single, there will be things for you as well. All right. So just be on the lookout. There will be things that are specific for singles. In fact, some of them might even involve you meeting opposite sex, which is good for you. All right, in case you've not met the person. So if you're single, this is not for you. Who we're trying to get today to do this for is for people in courtship, in relationship, engaged, and all that. All right. So sign up right now. I want to see how many people are signing up so that I can personally acknowledge you.
Next one will be next year. Somebody's asking.
Next one will be next year. And again,
It's
this is hoping, it depends on how our tours go next year. So I would advise you to jump on this one. I don't know how and when next year will be, but our plan is to do it yearly. But you know how life is, our schedule is crazy. All right. Notice.
Favor, they're saying that the link is still asking them to pay 250. Please confirm.
Okay, Folake has signed up. Yes, I see you.
Please confirm. Somebody's saying still asking you to pay 250. Please let us know. So there, apart from the main group, there will also be smaller groups. So for people that are asking how many people in a group, that will kind of depend on how many
people are
signed up.
signed up. Yes. So
when they sign up, we now know how to break up the smaller groups for you to work with your mentor every week. Okay. But don't worry, the idea is to, even though it's a large group, to still make you feel like a small, because you will have small groups. Okay. So don't worry about that. Okay. Yes, the registration covers the couple. The couple. That's what I was saying. It's not really about the money right now. It's about making sure, like I said, we need to repair what's going on out there. So the more people we can get on board to start to do marriage right, the better hope we have for the future. So many people are running away from marriage because what they are seeing out there is bad. So it's not even around that. Yeah, so you can pay you pay the Naira equivalent. When you get there, just choose the option or whatever option you want to pay in, it will convert it by itself, but it will give you the equivalent. So yes, you can. Yes, you can have pre-recorded sessions sent to your emails. There will also be resources sent out.
Many things.
There will be lots of things.
Questionnaires. You guys are gonna fill a lot of.
To be honest, if you have any friends who have signed up for Wife 101 or Husband Man, can ask them what we plan to even give as time goes on. Sometimes something will just come up and we realize we need to educate our people on this. It's not part of it, but we need to go in there. So while you're part of the group, you will be getting as much help as you need. That's the truth. You get as much help as you need. If you plan to marry in the next 2 years, I suggest.
If you're in a relationship, you can start.
If you're in a relationship, you can start. But if you are planning to get married in the next 2 years, you can marry people of 2 years. Sign up.
If you're married, yes.
If you're in a relationship, the idea behind this is if you're in a relationship, then sign up. Okay. This group is called Bliss. So if you are in a relationship, just come. If you are newly married, come. We want you to learn and do it right. That's what I'm after. You have to get it right. There's no point being married and messing it up. And the number of I can't that I hear these days, Pastor, I can't. You don't understand. I can't. What I'm going through, I can't. All those things. If you had information. And there's something I particularly like in counseling, which is where we get you to the point of acceptance. You see that gift, this is who you marry who you are married to. Is such a beautiful thing when you come to realization that this is who I'm married to. I have to understand how to be with them. Set you free in marriage. Set you free in marriage. Toby, we don't really do personal one-on-one counseling anymore. So if you want to do a personal one-on-one, then that will be done with our team. The group sessions is me and PK having sessions like this with you. So the session would be like this, and then you now have a marriage mentor through the week who will run assignments with you, answer your questions. We'll do a few questions after the session, we'll take a few, like an hour to answer questions after this main session, one-on-one, but let me see if anything.
Somebody say if you plan to get married in the next 2 years, as long as you're in a relationship with somebody, it's part of what we'll do. We'll talk to you. It might not even take 2 years. But as long as you guys are in a relationship, once you're in a relationship or in a courtship or you're engaged, this is for you. This will benefit you.
Over 5 years, they're asking if they can sign up too.
They've married for more than 5 years. Of course, this benefit them. It will benefit you for sure. In fact, what happens a lot of times is that when people are single, when people are dating, some of the things that we're sharing with them is not as practical as when they've entered. And also that, this thing, they told us this thing. So if you're already married, you can also join for sure. For sure, you can join.
Please note, once you sign up, it covers your partner, okay?
Yes.
It covers your partner. It's for couple. 250 or 200 is for a couple.
Yeah.
Okay?
Somebody said they're doing counseling. Of course, you can still join.
It's up to you if you want to join. If not, still fine.
Of course. All right. So Ofure have signed up. I see you. Please sign up so that I can acknowledge you have joined now. All right. This discount is just for this period, okay? So don't forget.
48 hours.
Yes, 48 hours, and just register counting.
For those on YouTube, the link is pinned in the comment section, so people asking how we can register.
Yes.
We'll also send out an email for you to
Yes,
be able
indeed.
to register.
Yes, you get an email in your mailbox. So look out for it. And the numbers there are so to reach our team, so you can also join. Chimele, I'm pronouncing it right now. Chimele have signed up. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. All right. God bless you.
The sessions start in July. Somebody's asking when does it start? Starts in July.
Somebody said my friend, the woman undergoing a divorce who wants to remarry someday. So she needs to talk to our divorce counselor. All right. If she's about to divorce and she wants to marry someday, she doesn't need premarital counseling. This is premarital counseling. So she needs to reach our team and speak to our divorce counselor. All right. How does our partner join the program after that? Once you've paid and all that, they will give you registration for both of you. Both of you are going to be active. You're going to be filling forms. You're going to be.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. You're going to do testing.
It's
You're going
a
to do personality tests, money habits test, a lot of things.
Email and listen, all these things will be sent out for you.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So you can understand all the things that we're saying.
So it's an active class. It's not. So the link is there. So look out for the link. Team members, please put the link.
They have
People
a few more
asking
questions that
Yes.
I wanted to ask you. So team members, who wants to moderate the questions? Someone's asking if
Yes, we'll just take a few questions for sign up.
So Dabi, do you want to moderate, or who is moderating? Who asks questions? Somebody. The deadline to sign up will be first week in July, actually.
Yeah. That's for those.
What about divorce? So no, you need to do is divorce. If you're not in a relationship about to get married, there's no point.
Yes. If it's divorce, we have a divorce specialist. So just reach our team and ask for that special.
If my partner is not able to attend me, can I attend alone? So the thing is, you can attend alone. You just send the recorded version to him.
Yeah. So that's how it works.
So that's how it works. You can attend alone, but you send.
But the real benefit is that both of you are.
Yes, because even when the assignment's given, both of you have to do it together. Shoma, I don't know about practicing submission in a relationship. Let's be careful. Depends on what you're asking.
So it depends on what you mean by submission, really. Depends on what you mean by submission.
So do we have questions? Anybody moderating the questions? Team, where are you guys? Let me know. If not, let's let people enjoy their evening.
Tamaran told you signed up. It was told you that said it. I hope he has. He's my person. So I hope he has. So please send me. All right.
The sessions are 2-hour sessions. Even if we run over, it can't be more than 2 hours, 30 minutes max. Yeah. Okay. So don't worry, sessions are not usually long. Yeah, so Sundays, it will be this time, same time for this. So
Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening, Mama. Good evening, Papa. I'll be asking questions from YouTube. Okay. Someone is asking if they would get a certificate after the sessions, when they're done with all the sessions.
Yes.
Yeah, of attendance.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Someone is asking, this is a normal relationship question. Do you mind me asking that?
Go ahead. It's fine.
Can a couple who hasn't heard the voice of God about their relationship join the counseling session when God hasn't spoken yet?
As long as you're in a relationship with someone, all right? As long as you're in a relationship with someone, you can join. All
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Someone is asking if there will be a second session this year.
No.
No, there won't be a
It will be
second
next
session
year.
this year. It most likely be next year. And again, that's also depending a lot on our schedule. So if you really can do this year, take advantage of it. Yeah.
Okay. Someone is asking when will the group session start?
July.
Yeah,
Okay.
same July.
Okay. Someone is asking, they've been married for over 5 years. Can they pay for this?
Yes.
Yes, I think we've answered that one. Yes.
Yes.
So this
If-
question is answered.
yes, you can. We also would encourage you to join our platform for married people, which is free. But you also have other married
Yeah.
couples that we also mentor. So apart from doing this counseling, you'll just be in
We'll
a
tell you
group
what
with
else
others.
we're doing.
So we'll let you know about that as
Yeah,
well.
so you can join this one. Basically, yes, you can.
Okay. Someone is asking, will some resources and books be made free if they sign up?
I don't know about that.
So you will have quite a few, you will have quite a number of free resources, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just like how Wife 101 happens. We send stuff. So yes, you will have, even if there are things we paid, one thing I can guarantee you will get discounts. But you see, you must be ready to spend on your invest on yourself. So if you're already saying looking for GPay, you're going to have a problem, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to spend, you don't want to spend money, but you want the best. It's not going to happen. Do you understand? But to be honest, we're extremely generous. So yes, you will get a lot of free resources that I can let you know for free. But we will also get even the things that are paid. Like in Wife 101, I do is I literally am twisting anybody that I know is an author that we want to get their book or something. I am twisting them to give us large discounts, so yeah, you can.
Okay. Someone is asking if you are ready to marry, but your partner is younger and just finished NYSC and not ready to marry yet, what can the person do?
It's not as your relationship is serious. If you ask me, you can't learn too much.
I don't think the person is asking about counseling. I think the person is asking what to do in a situation where the person doesn't seem ready.
Nothing except you want to blindfold the person, surprise.
So to be honest, I think that one of the things you can do is try to get a clarity session with a counselor. Let them hear this story and we'll find out why you're there. Okay. And then we can take it from there. Because nobody really knows why you are there. It's dangerous for me to just say, except like, Pascal is joking and teasing you that, but there may be something else.
I can arrange things for you. We have people that do anything. It can be arranged. Just send me a DM later. Our boys, even the person interviewing, the Gideon and Koda interviewing, we have boy who can arrange it.
Gideon is now saved. Doesn't do all those things again.
Some people are asking for the YouTube link. Some people are asking for payment link. Please, guys, post it on Zoom for those that need it. Somebody's asking you to reiterate everything we are going to have access to.
So, weekly sessions with me and Pascal and the rest of the people on the team. We'll be teaching you about money. We'll teach you about communication. We'll teach you about conflict resolution. We'll teach you about sex and everything that goes along with it, pregnancy, childbirth. We'll teach you with a sexologist, of course. Which means we'll also answer all your questions. There'll be special classes for those who are virgins, so that you at least know exactly the basic things to do. You have access to a lot of resources. There will be teaching on God's concept. You have a wedding checklist. You also have a marriage mentor who works with you weekly. Okay. Yeah. But if you want one-on-one private sessions, then that would be at an extra cost. If you also want a complete analysis on your relationship, that would be at a small extra fee. But other than that, we'll be adding quite a lot of things as we go along. Gideon, are you still there?
I'm here. Okay. Someone is asking, what do you have to say about long distance relationships?
Okay, so that's a secret that we didn't want to reveal now. We actually have long distance relationship coaching, all right, that will go on. So we have a couple that actually did long distance relationship, and they're also marriage coaches. So they're going to come and guide those that are dealing with that in particular. Now, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be in this 10-week session. So it might be a different event that anybody can join. It's probably they will do one free thing. where everybody that will join, we're already working with them on the top on it. So they would show you how the materials they used, the lifestyle and habit they use, all the things. They are happily married now with kids, but they did long distance relationship. In fact, they even met long distance. So, and they are good coaches. They are my mentees as well. So we got you covered. This is what we think of every day, how to just bring assistance to you. So keep your ears. Is it eyes that you keep peeled or ears you keep peeled?
Nice.
They don't peel ears. But you can even pee ear. Since they don't pee ear officially, but you can pee your own ear. You will know what's going on. If you're in the group, you'll surely hear about it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Someone is asking, will the single session still happen in June?
So single girls, I'm still working on timing but I think I think so.
At least the
You guys
announcement
will
will
know.
come out
Yes, you
later.
guys will know this week.
Yes.
Well, we're trying to, because our lives are quite busy, so I'm trying to work everything around it. But yes, I'm working on still making June happen for single girls.
Yes.
And not about singles, but single girls. If you're a single guy, why haven't you signed up for husband, man? I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna do my own thing for single guys too.
Okay.
The baseline, I want you guys to be happily married. So
So
whether you're single, want to be
single
married,
girls,
happily
I got you guys. I promise. You'll be amazed at what I have. I'm already working on the curriculum and everything, trying to get all the speakers together. I usually like to get all my acts together before I start telling you things. So we're working on a lot for you, single girls. Trust me. Wife 101 people will be jealous when we're done.
That's so not fair. Someone said, please, will the apology test be done in the session? Yes, you will.
Yes.
It's a practical class.
So, like I said, you have psychoanalysis, your personality test, your love language test, your apology test. We'll do as many tests as possible to give you a clear picture of what you guys are getting into.
Yes. It's a very practical class, so we're good. Gideon, go ahead. Yeah.
Someone is saying, please, do you have to hear from God that a person is your spouse, or you find as a man and speak to do you have to hear from God that the person is your spouse, especially if the man has heard God before?
Yeah.
So the man has heard God, but she has not heard God. So
yeah,
yes.
but
Do you like what you see?
exactly.
You like what you see?
So what do people do? Any class was okay, say give on your own. Me, I'm a serious person. Come and do our class and go. So there are two ways to look at this thing. I think you were going to answer that question the other day. Maybe you should do it again.
Oh yeah, so there's divine guidance and there's divine standards. All right, so any of the two you follow is fine. If you're in the middle of the road and a trailer loses control and is coming towards you, you're not going to stop and pray and say, Father, should I leave the road? No, you're going to leave the road. So God gave you a brain, also gave you a spirit. If you're born again, you can test all spirits. You can check if this is working does this make sense? Does this make biblical sense? So it's not at every point you must 100% hear God. Sometimes God speaks to us through peace in our heart. So as long as this person is not contravening any clear scriptural behavior, it's not abusing you, it's not an alcoholic, all these things. If it's a good believer and you don't have a negative check in your spirit, you can go ahead. And counseling like this as well, it's also how you get to know each other better. So yeah.
Please help the people on YouTube. Some people are still saying that they're not getting the discounts. They're still showing up as $250. I don't know.
Can we address that, please? Favor and team.
Okay.
Please
Someone is asking, what about if you are not yet in a relationship, but you and the person are considering being in a relationship?
You guys should look out for the ones for singles. It won't benefit you to start taking those kind of steps when you're not sure. So there are classes for you. The single girls class, the single guys class are the ones you should be attending, because in those classes, we're going to be talking about this kind of thing. So it will be more beneficial for you in those classes. Don't bother to start doing things together. It's like you want to start having joint account when you're not even sure of the person. So don't bother. Look out for singles. There is one for you. So, wait before you ask, what if sex was involved in the relationship before marriage, but the Lord has confirmed that we are both meant to be together? Can anything good come out of that relationship, even though we messed up? Oh, yes. God is an expert in using things that messed up. That's how He uses all of us. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Gideon.
Yes, sir. Is this also for people living together with children and considering whether to marry?
You are the one that was dragged there. In fact, I'm looking at you now. Sign up. as I'm looking at you now, I
And you
can't.
should go and marry. Which one is that one? If you're already married, why are you not married?
But there's something else she
Oh, yeah,
added.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Said one is divorced, but after their relationship started. So that means one was married before, and then I think the person got divorced while they entered the relationship, and that person got divorced from the other
But you're
marriage.
not the one that started that one.
So if that means you guys might need to have a clarity session
First.
So you might need to talk to one of our counselors. Let's sit down and hear your story.
You're ready to get married, and I don't know.
But if you have already
decided to get
successfully
married, then
scattered that other one,
no,
and you want to get married,
not scattered, Pastor K. The person
Okay.
not necessarily.
not necessarily scattered.
Please ignore us. Don't,
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm kidding. So, but yeah, if you guys are at this point, ready or planning to get married, then you definitely should be in that class.
Okay.
You know,
Someone is saying, what do you do if the person God has spoken to you about says he's waiting to have money, but you can sense that he's afraid of not being able to provide?
absolutely. This is what these classes are for, really, to help you deal with these issues. There are some issues that if both of you discuss on your own, it looks like one person is pushing. But if we bring it up as a topic in the class, everybody can discuss it objectively without, it being you demanding it. It's like submission. If a man is demanding submission, it looks somehow. But if both of you are well taught by a neutral person that is not going to gain the submission, it sinks better. I don't know if you get it. So yes, the class will help you for sure. And all my teachings on the man being provider have dealt with things like this. So yeah.
Okay. Someone is asking, my parents have refused to me to marry my partner even after the introduction has been done. I've asked them what is wrong and they are not saying anything. They keep postponing the wedding date since 2023.
Your pastors, they're the ones that can help you know.
Yeah, you need to talk to
Pastor
the...
Gay has a book titled "I Love You, but My Parents Say No." That might also help you.
Gideon, is anybody answering questions from Zoom?
Dabi is sending them to me, so
So you are doing both.
Yes, sir.
People are asking for where to get my books. Amazon. Just search my name on Amazon. If you're in Nigeria, reach any of our team members. They'll just mail it to you. It's very easy.
Also, please, for the person asking if this means they should wait for long distance, no, sign up for this. Long distance counseling will probably be one pre-session before. No, so sign up for this. This one has to do with premarital for marriage. So
Somebody's asking for private weddings. Do you assign pastors for Christian weddings? I don't understand. Victor, I don't understand your question. But go ahead.
If they can get pastors to wed them.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, my partner is French. My partner is French speaking and doesn't really understand English. Will the lessons be translated for him for better understanding?
Qu'est-ce que?
Oh God.
Ça va? I don't know.
Gideon, you're the one that answered that question. Okay, we'll figure this out and get back to you. I mean, it can't be done. We'll figure it out.
Yes, it can. Someone is saying, how, sir?
No, I said that's your question, so.
Okay. How will you handle when one is a spender and not good at saving, but the other, which is the future husband, saves and achieves things, feels like it is one-sided?
Yeah. I think they just need counseling. I don't know if we can just talk. Well, if you have, go ahead.
It's part of what we will discuss as well. You don't have to know your money personality. You don't have to know your money habits. You have to know where the adjustments are to be made. Savers always attract spenders, and it can be frustrating if you are saving money and one person is spending it without discipline. So we always teach how to manage those situations. Person who is better with money should be in charge of money, but you guys should make your decisions together or with each other in mind. Okay, so is either joint account or joint accountability.
These are part of things we'll discuss in the class. So again, this is a good one. It's a good thing. Somebody's asking for PayPal payment method. So please, team, you should be able to even send a number or something to these people specifically. so that you can help them with their issues. So, asking for Zelle and payment, all these kind of things. For people that can't access the number one, but number one is better because it just redirects you to everything you need. All right. Yeah. Gideon, go ahead. So let me just say, Samuel Sunday have registered, Marvin has registered, Priscilla has registered, Paul Ayodele has registered, Shola Williams, Nkecho Osemeke, Paula, James Okoro, Hope Isaac, Stephen, Gloria, Sharon. These are people that have registered right now. John Francis, Chijoke, Chioma, Mary. All right, so please, guys, go register, go register. I want to see you registering now, and I want to acknowledge it right now. I want to see you go registering right now. Take advantage of this $200 thing. All right, we'll start public publicity from this week. So, and then it will be $250. All right, so please take advantage of you being in the group right now. We'll help you. So how do I convince my partner to trust me again after I've committed domestic violence and have changed? Okay, so what you need to do in that case is to do counseling. Both of you first need to do counseling. You need to know why you got there. There are about 7 instances I tell people not to forgive and reconcile. 7 instances. Once there's abuse, once there's adultery, once there's abandonment, once there's attachment issues. I listed about 7 of them where you don't forgive. You don't now you forgive. When I mean forgive, I mean you don't move on. That's what I mean by forgive, okay?
You forgive, but
But
you don't.
as a Christian, you know
you don't sweep it
forgiveness is
under the
not,
carpet.
yes. So don't just move on. No, you can't just move on. You have to get counseling for that. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Someone keeps asking here about church differences if the person is Catholic and the other is Pentecostal.
I don't know. I'm coming because I meant if my partner were to, sorry,
It's the way they used to do weddings
if
before.
my partner were to have a Christian wedding outside a church premises, can you assign pastor? Yeah, I can assign members of my team. Yes, you can reach out to us. But it will be better if you do counseling with us so that we know you. We don't want to wed people we don't know. All right. So reach us, tell us your request. We can take it from there. But yes, we can definitely. And if you are a nice guy, I can even come. You know, be a nice guy. If you I don't say what Pandora is already doing eyes. Talk to me later. Well, let's talk. And so that other question, what was it? If both of you attend different churches, I don't know.
My concern usually with things like this is, the children can be a bit confusing for the children. One person probably have to adapt to the other person. That's the challenge you will have now. So I really believe that if you are in this, marry your kind, marry from the same church. Are there not girls in that Pentecostal church? Are there not girls in the Catholic church or guys in whoever is, it can be even cultural differences as well. It would take quite a bit of understanding and agreements for those kind of things to work. But I largely do not recommend it because especially the way you worship is quite different. I mean, we worship the same God, but it's quite different, your worship style. So the only thing I have a challenge with most times is how confusing it can be for the children and where will you worship, where will you take children on a Sunday. So those kind of things, they're potential problems.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you,
I
Mom.
said, can 2 people claim to be in a serious relationship with one person not knowing exactly when they are getting married? It's not ideal, but it happens sometimes, but it's not the ideal thing. In one order of the mentoring sessions we'll have like this with people in relationship, we're going to talk about the agreements, the 10 agreements me and Pastor Mildred had. In fact, they're up to 20. All the prenuptial agreements me and Pastor Mildred had. We're going to talk about it. And one of it was date. I proposed with date. So we're going to break it down for you. We're here to mentor you. So make sure your partner comes for some of these things to let them hear the truth on a neutral level, not just you, trying to push for something. But ideally, in a relationship, there should be clarity. Ideally, yes. So yes, let's take a few more, then we'll sign up.
Okay. Someone is saying, what's the key to communicating with a silent partner, or rather a partner who doesn't like to explain a lot?
Silent partner, sign language. Answer on it. You don't have this kind of question.
Sorry, hear that.
You
Can
know,
you
really
please
question.
repeat it? I was.
Okay. What's the key to communicating with a silent partner, or rather a partner who doesn't like to explain a lot?
Doesn't like to explain a lot. Why? I mean, I really, sometimes see some people are silent because they don't want to talk about a particular thing. I don't know if
Yes,
there's
because how
any.
did they toast you now?
Yeah. Or did you do
How
the
did you?
toasting?
How did they accept your toasting? Whoever toasted for?
Yeah. So
Someone is asking.
we need to understand. We need to understand this person. I also want to know the person's personality.
Yeah,
That may help.
many things. Even the attachment style.
Yeah, all those things. It's a lot of. I mean, that still requires some counseling one-on-one before I can just. Because the same thing doesn't work for everyone. So you need to know this person and know. There are a few questions I may have asked.
Please, the person that has been asking about PayPal and debit card, I hope you've sorted it out. Yes, you can use your debit card. All right, you can use your debit card. I hope you've sorted that out. Yeah, go ahead, baby. You see what to say.
Okay.
If my partner I'm dating cheated, can we still attend? Yes.
But you need infidelity.
But you will still need some private infidelity recovery. Okay. But yes, if both of you are still in the relationship, you definitely can attend. But you will need infidelity recovery.
Oh, sorry. I made a mistake. I said this thing is bliss that is for the married couples.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. It's not for this.
Yeah. We have something for married people, a mentoring thing as well, but it's not. But it's not, yeah. Worry about that for now. Somebody said, please, when is the deadline to pay the $250 before the July? Yeah. Just try and pay, that first week in July before the thing starts, Yeah. All right.
Also, in-laws. We'll talk about in-laws and how to manage them. That's interference, external interference. So those are some of the things you also talk about.
Yes, because did you see the questions present? Yeah. So in-law interference too as well.
It's a big issue in marriage.
Somebody's saying there is extra charge included for payment. Yes, in most payment platforms, when you pay, the company charges you something as well.
That's the company's charge.
So that's the company's charge. It has nothing to do with us. But don't be afraid, though. Invest in your own happiness. Trust me, your happiness is worth more than it. What do you do if your partner appears stingy in relationship? We're talking about it, make you materialistic. Hope he's not stingy not to pay for this course. That's the one that concerns me. I'm very upset if he's not going to pay for this course. I'm kidding. Well, these are the money things we'll talk about, really, though. These are there's money personality. Everybody has.
I don't think it makes you materialistic. I think you should say the thing you want to.
Yes.
And this is the time to talk about what you want in marriage. This is your negotiation time. After this, they'll start telling you things you don't want to hear after in marriage. So now is the time.
Please go sign up, people. Go sign up. We're about to sign out here tonight. Go sign up so that I can mention it. Chiduzem has signed up. Onye Dima has signed up. Oluwadamilola has signed up. Olatunji has signed up.
Yes, it's possible to pay in July.
Victor has signed
that
up.
Means you'll start. When you pay, you start. That's all.
Carrie Ann has signed up. Yinka has signed up. All right, people. Let's just take like 3 more questions before we sign out.
Okay, sir. When are you considered married as a Christian? Court marriage, traditional, or white wedding?
You want to answer?
No, it's your question.
Okay. Any one of the 3 is considered marriage. However, so because some people do it's just that as Nigerians, we're generally overdoers. So we do all 3. But most people that are busy, that have work and different things, they don't have time for all 3. And sometimes document reasons also makes you do all 3. For instance, if you're Nigerian and you do just traditional, sometimes when you apply for certain visas or certain things, you don't have a document that the organization might recognize. So that's why court is always good, because you have legal papers. So, but they're all marriage. Even if you do just one of any 3, they're all recognized. Okay. What makes a marriage is the 2 people acknowledging that they're interested, then an authority figure. So if it's law, it means the government is the witness or the authority. If it's traditional, it means your kingsmen are the authority figures. If it's church, it means your ministers of God representing God are the authority figures. So that's what makes a marriage. The two people and the authority figure. That's it. There must be an authority figure because somebody higher than you needs to hold both of you accountable, hold both of you together and acknowledge. So two of you can't go in private and say, we're married now, we're married. That's not ideal. All right. So that's it. So people ask this usually when they want to know when to start having sex. Again, if you're planning to still go before God, if you're planning to still go to church, I would advise you keep it till that time. And don't let the length be too far. Don't go and do one last year, do one. I don't like that. People do it, but I don't really like it. But the truth is that before God, any of the three stands. They are regarded, and before the law, any of the three also is regarded as marriage. All right, hope that helped. That was a short version, but yes. Yeah. Gideon, two more.
Would probably not get married for another year. Can we still sign up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You should sign up. This is the best time to start planning and preparing each other, learning. So yes, you can. And you should.
Is it possible to truly move forward in a relationship when the foundation started with lack of transparency?
Yes, if you address what the issue was, if it's addressed, then you can move on. You can move on. If the foundation can now be fixed, then you can move on. All right.
Last one. It's not really a question. Okay. I've been in a relationship for 2 years, and my dad says I should quit the relationship because I'm not ready to marry. What should I do?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I've been in a relationship for 2 years, and my dad says I should end the relationship because I'm not ready to marry.
Why does he think you're not ready to marry? Is what I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
You know, see, when people ask questions like this, I'm very,
There's
very,
love,
very
love
afraid to
story,
just say,
different things.
do this or do that. There's usually a lot of background
Yes, that we need to
So,
know.
what is going on?
Yes.
Why do they think that?
So
Are you showing some signs of irresponsibility? They didn't say, they said they feel you are not ready. Is it that they still want you to go to school? You're not finished school? Is it that they're still paying your bills? If they're still paying your bills, is it that you don't have a job? You know, there are a lot of things. I think that when you're ready to get married, it's usually an FYI with your parents. It's not really permission. So if you are still at the stage where you need permission to get married, then you're not ready to get married.
they're probably right.
Yeah.
They're probably right.
So usually when you're old enough, it's say, Daddy, I met someone, I'm getting married. Then they will be asking you, okay, so when you put up line, when do I meet the person? Well, it's not you are not ready, not that I've been there 2 years. Except you are 17 or you are 30, you know? That's the thing. So I don't know.
Somebody said you should announce that there's Cash App for those in the US. There's Cash App payment. There's stable coins and crypto and different things for those in the US. So yeah, take advantage of that. Somebody said they've been in a relationship for 5 years or something and they're still not married. Then you need to have a serious conversation. Don't let people just keep you indefinitely. You need to, discuss the issues. All right.
Somebody is asking, marriage for papers, is it considered marriage before God?
That's a hard question, Sean. I don't know. Truth is, I know people do desperate things, so it's difficult for me to speak into that situation. That's the truth.
Not me in one way, so I won't answer that question.
Yeah, it's just
better Pastor K answer it.
It's just interesting.
So I have a very strong. I have a. Others me I cannot. That's all I can say. So then again, our loyalties will be tested.
Yeah. So go sign up, people. Simi has signed up. Efia has signed up. Go sign up, guys. To join this mentoring thing. Take advantage of the discount of today. It will bless you. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. All right. So Are we good, PM? Gideon, are we good from our own end?
Yeah, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have more questions, but yes, we're good.
Questions will not
Yeah,
end
so
now.
yeah,
We'll still
we'll still have good time to answer
have time
questions
for all
in
these
class.
things.
So
Somebody's saying Zelle. Do you do Zelle? Yes, all those things are possible. Just reach out to us.
I'm gonna send an email out to everyone with the possible ways to pay. That's the best way you can get this information. So we'll probably send an email out to everyone. So if you didn't sign up, it would be a good idea to still sign up so we can have your email address. So we can send out all the possible payment platforms.
Yes.
How you can pay. Okay.
And people that still need somebody said they couldn't find a way to register for infidelity recovery. So if you still need any of our other services that are not this premarital counseling, just reach out team. They'll reach you. Somebody says is it godly to have oral sex? You're looking for trouble.
When you come inside the marriage counseling class,
you're
we'll
looking
deal
for
with
trouble
it.
this Sunday. We're in the mood of worship, please.
So we'll talk about all these things in counseling.
Yeah, of course. The sexologist is going to come and talk to you about sex and show you diagrams and show you stuff. So all that will be done. All right. My cell is Toby, I don't know what you mean. No. I need you. Okay. Please send us messages if you still need clarity. Our team will help you solve it. Take advantage of this discount today so that we can by Tuesday or thereabout, we'll start the normal publicity for the rest of the world that are not here.
Mark, where are you in this thing?
Okay. It says he's living with my partner for over a year. He wants me to cook, clean, submit, have sex. He supports the house chores, but doesn't have a definite answer.
So please, I need to clarify this. He supports the house chores. It's not him supporting you. It's still his house, right? He has to live in a clean space. He has to eat. So you have to be careful of things like this. He's not doing you a favor by supporting house chores. You both live there. You need to stop being married when you're not married. So you are giving him all the benefits of marriage without him giving you the commitment of marriage. And as they say, if the milk is free, then why do we want to buy the cow? So, my darling, this would be a good time for you to have that very serious conversation and carry your bag and go before you get pregnant and you are stuck.
Yeah, so that would be a different ball game altogether once children get involved. So he knows you don't have, or you act like you don't have an option. You see, for men and women operate differently. Women are operating with what they will gain. Men are more motivated by what they will lose. So if losing you is not going to motivate him, then no need to stay. So you have to let him know you can't continue like this. And is it that you lack accommodation? Do you need help with accommodation? So we need to know what your real issue is, but don't stay and do everything and you're not at the mercy of whenever he wants to. No, a relationship is, remember, if I don't know if you came early today, I talked about they cared for each other. This person does not care for you in terms of what you really want, which is security, which is marriage. All right. So Mark, seek real help, please. Tanaka has registered, Ayomide has registered, Oluwaka has registered, Titi Lokpe has registered, Adunoluwa has registered, Francisca has registered, Laolu George has registered. So please, guys, go jump on it, go jump on it, go jump on it. I'm clapping for all those that have registered. Well done. Great job, great job, great job.
Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you. Wow. Somebody says I've tried 11 times. The site keeps crashing for me. So they may need to give you another option. Okay, guys. So what we'll do is that we'll send an email, like I said.
Yes.
He's not, my dad hasn't approved because he's not into. Can we still join? I don't even know what that means.
I think it's the person that the parents didn't agree. You can still join because all these things are part of the things you need mentoring about. So that's what this platform is really. All right. We're just here to work with you and to guide you. So yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you for showing up this
Somebody say, can I do both private counseling and group counseling?
Definitely.
Absolutely. There are people that have already signed up that already have a private counselor. And if you want to hear from me and PM directly, the group one is also very good. So you can do both. So that's the benefit of it.
Yeah.
The private one is not us that will do it, but it's also our team, which is also still good. So you can do both, yes.
Okay, guys, we also have time to answer questions when you are in class with
Yeah.
us. Okay. So God bless you. Thank you for showing up this evening, and thank you for signing up to be a part of God's end time army to save marriage.
Mhm.
Save marriage. I'm really excited about what this different classes will do for you. So sign up. If you need any information, please reach out to our team, ldmwithpk.org. We'll also have the link sent. We'll have all this information sent out. The team have taken notice. We'll also have frequently asked questions answered and sent out in the email as well. So please remember, take advantage of $200 because after 48 hours, it will revert to $250. But you also have the option, you can decide to do the $750 and still do the $250. I guarantee you will have a great time. Okay. God bless you, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. Bye.
It was actually very nice.
I know they sleep.
I go sleep or
We're gonna go sleep. Oh.
I one day the fine wife.